a smiling president, a bullet that silenced more than just a man. It silenced a movement. But what if I told you the real reason John F. Kennedy was assassinated isn't what your history teacher told you? Because behind the official narrative lies a web of secrets, power plays, and enemies in high places. In this video, we uncover what really led to JFK's assassination. Not the fairy tale version, but the version they never wanted you to know. Stick with me until the end, because this story doesn't just explain a murder, it explains why the world changed and why it still matters today. It's a sunny Friday in Dallas. Crowds are buzzing. JFK is midway through a re-election campaign tour, trying to unify a fragmented Democratic Party in Texas. He's riding in an open-top Lincoln Continental alongside First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy, Texas Governor John Connally, and his wife. No roof, no bulletproof glass. Because JFK believed in being seen. Just minutes later, in Dealey Plaza, 3 shots rang out. One shattered his skull. The 35th President of the United States was declared dead within 30 minutes. But here's where things start to feel off. In less than 2 hours, a man named Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested. He was conveniently in the area, worked at the Texas School Book Depository, and had a shady Soviet past. Case closed, right? Not even close. Let's rewind the tape. JFK wasn't just a handsome president. He was a revolution in motion. He challenged the CIA. He wanted to end the Cold War, not prolong it. He refused to invade Cuba after the Bay of Pigs disaster, infuriating military brass and the CIA. In fact, after that failure, JFK said he wanted to splinter the CIA into 1,000 pieces and scatter it to the winds. Let that sink in. That's not a man making friends in the shadows of government. He also signed Executive Order 11,110, a quiet but radical move to strip the Federal Reserve of some power by allowing the U.S. Treasury to issue silver-backed currency. You mess with central banking, you paint a target on your back. JFK was also planning to withdraw troops from Vietnam. He refused to be a puppet of the military-industrial complex that thrives on endless wars. So here's the million-dollar question. Was JFK killed because he was too powerful, or because he was taking power away from the wrong people? Lee Harvey Oswald was painted as a lone communist sympathizer who hated America. But why would a man who defected to the USSR, returned mysteriously without punishment, and had connections to both the CIA and the FBI, be allowed to work in a building overlooking the president's motorcade route? Sounds more like a setup than a coincidence. Then, 2 days later, while under police custody, Oswald is shot by Jack Ruby, a nightclub owner with known mafia ties. Live on TV, no trial, no testimony, just silence. Why was Ruby allowed access to Oswald so easily? And why did Ruby later say, "The truth about what happened to President Kennedy will never be known by the American public"? Maybe because the truth was too dangerous. In 1964, the Warren Commission concluded that Oswald acted alone. Case closed. Except, dozens of witnesses died mysteriously in the following years, many before they were set to testify. CIA documents were sealed for decades. Even today, key files remain classified or heavily redacted. Why? Why 60 years later, are we still being protected from sensitive national security information about a murder from 1963? Here's the hard pill. JFK wasn't just killed, he was eliminated because he threatened the system, the banks, the CIA, the war machine. He wanted peace when profits demanded war. He wanted transparency when secrets ran the world. And once he was gone, Vietnam escalated. The CIA grew more powerful. The Fed remained untouched. JFK's death wasn't the end of an era, it was the beginning of control. The story of JFK is not just history, it's a manual for how power operates behind the curtain. Because what happened in 1963 still echoes today. When wars start suddenly, when leaders act like puppets, when truth is buried under classified seals. And maybe the real lesson is this. When a leader tries to return power to the people, someone always makes sure they don't succeed. Next video, Hitler didn't die in the bunker? Declassified files say otherwise. Don't miss it. Subscribe, like, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Oswald acted alone, or was it something deeper?